And I decided that I called it a love style change because I'm changing the way that I love my body, treating myself. I am the queen of treat yourself because, I think that we all... Hello. Did not see you there.
Hey. 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 It's your boy Kev.
Hello, beautiful people. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Barumba B, and this is my space, my studio, my place where we talk about peace, we talk about self-love, we talk about self-understanding, personal growth, personal development, and ultimately just being our best selves. Today in this video, I'm talking about how I lost 30 pounds in 8 to 10 weeks. So if you are interested in learning about how I did that and what my process was, stay tuned, keep watching. 30 pounds. That is a big number. And for me, that 30 pounds was physical, but it was also like emotional. Losing weight is not just emotional, it's also mental, physical. It's just everything, it's all connected. So I realized that I was putting on weight after I went on a little cabin getaway, and I just saw myself in pictures afterwards and I was like, whoa. Like, I have never looked at myself in a picture before and have not recognized myself. And I think it was more than just like physical. I think I didn't recognize the person who I was in a good way and also in a bad way, because that might not be a good idea for a video. Drinking sparkling water. Oh well. I just didn't recognize who I was, and I had just taken my MCAT, and that was like a whole journey in itself for another time. But basically, I had put on a lot of weight because I was eating through, and I'm sure like a lot of you, I was eating my emotions through just everything that was going on in the world, everything that was going on in my personal life, and all of the personal growth and development that I was trying to do for myself. I was trying to find comfort in the growth that I was experiencing. And that's ultimately how I gained my weight. It was over like 9 months before I decided to do something about it. On top of the MCAT stuff, I also was working 2 jobs. One of them was at a restaurant where the food was super yummy, and the cooks in the back of the house, they hook it up. And if they like you, they really hook it up. So needless to say, they liked me. And I was also in school, so 2 jobs, school. I didn't really have a lot of time to cook for myself, and I didn't really have a lot of time to dedicate to myself because I was spreading myself out in so many different areas and so many different aspects of my life that I was constantly just doing the quick and easy, the quick and dirty. I honestly was just kind of eating whatever, but that was necessary because trigger warning, I have had issues with body image and just weight loss, weight gain, yo-yo dieting, like for a while that I've been trying to heal. So I think end of 2019, beginning of 2020, I told myself, you are going to just eat whatever you want. You're gonna heal your relationship with food. Food has always been like a comfort thing for me. So, when I'm stressed, I'm like, ooh, give me some hot Cheetos, give me a little snacky. Like, the healing process went well. And I think that I've definitely healed my fears and my, just like my trauma, if you can have trauma with food. And I think that I found balance, and then I went a little past that, and I just kind of went back to my old ways of thinking, my old mindset. So and I was just treating myself. I am the queen of treat yourself because I think that we all deserve to love ourselves in the best way possible. But I think I took treating yourself too far because I was like, I deserve it. I've worked a 12-hour shift. I've worked a 16 or 18-hour day. Like, I deserve it. I deserve to eat this. So I just my mindset was very like, I deserve it. And yeah, but like also like I wasn't working out the way I needed to be. I wasn't doing the balance work to receive and reap that benefit of what I felt I deserved. I decided to make these changes because, like I said, I saw that photo of myself and I also knew how I felt. I was really happy, don't get me wrong. When I was, 30 pounds heavier, I felt really good because I was doing the emotional work, but I also felt like you are not fitting into your pants. You're not fitting into, I was literally just wearing leggings. That's it, leggings, stretchy shorts, sweats. I was trying to avoid putting on pants. Those were like the things that kind of inspired me to make these changes for myself. On top of just wanting to look at myself in the mirror again and feel comfortable and feel good with not only what I look like, but just feel good about what I was putting into my body, how much I was moving my body, and what I was nourishing my body with. So those were the things that made me want to lose weight. I'm gonna try to look for pictures to insert because I honestly didn't take a lot of pictures. And please understand that during this time, I definitely did not notice that I was gaining weight at all. I thought I still looked good until I honestly looked at probably this picture right here, and then I was like, whoa. Looking at, and I'm trying not to make this video super duper long. So weight loss journey, when did the weight gain begin? Therapy, self-work, self-growth, personal healing, all of that. January, New Year's, decided to do better for myself. Didn't really keep up with it. And then come January, February, March, working at a restaurant, still doing the same thing, still on my BS. And the pandemic, and then that was just like, whoop. August, I decided to lose the weight, and I didn't step on the scale because I didn't want it to be about the number because it'd been about the number before. So I don't know exactly how much I weighed when I first started. I did step on the scale. It was about 21 to 23 days in. So I was doing low carb and I was gearing myself up to get ready for keto. And I didn't really start fully committing till the second, August 7th or August 8th. And by the time I weighed myself on August 23rd, I had already lost a couple of pounds. I didn't realize it because I was just kind of doing it and working out. And one of my coworkers pointed out, they're like, yo, you're losing weight. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, bet. And I was like, okay, cool, thank you. I don't know, they were like, it's probably honestly maybe 10 pounds. It looks that much. And I was like, what? And I did notice it in my scrubs, but I was just like, let's do this. I know I got a lot to go. This is just something small. This is nothing big. So by the time I did step on the scale, and I thank God that I stepped on the scale when I did, because if I had seen the number that I'm going to tell you, because I'm just going to be transparent, if I had seen the number prior to already losing this weight, I think that I would have just kind of let myself go, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because I was 199.8 pounds and I was like, thank you God, because I usually I'm around 150, 160. So for me to be at 200 pounds, I was like, whoa, whoa. And I stepped on that scale and I was like, wow. And that was kind of the wake-up call for me. So I am going to say that I was 210 at my heaviest weight, because that is what it felt like. And today I'm at 182.6. So that is about 30 pounds. It's 28 pounds, but I just rounded up because my weight kind of fluctuates as I'm losing. And I lost 13.75 inches around my body. The measurements are not, I wrote them down, but as I'm sitting and talking about this, I don't think that the measurements mean a thing to you all. I think what I want you all to take from this is the changes that I felt like I needed to make, because my weight loss is not going to look like your weight loss, and I don't want anyone to compare themselves and think, oh my god, she lost this much weight in this amount of time and I need to lose this much weight in this. No, this is just what my body did when I started to make changes on myself. So when you start to make changes for yourself, your body's going to, you might even drop weight faster if you have more weight to lose, or if you don't really have that much weight to lose, it might be a little slower of a process, but like you might start to see definition faster, and you might start to see changes in your body faster than I did. So I'm not trying to give you my details so that you can compare yourself to me. What did I do to lose the weight? So during my first month, this was August, I started fasting, intermittent fasting, and I started with 16 to 8, and then eventually I moved up to 20 to 4, but typically it's 16 to 8. I'm sure people know about intermittent fasting, so I'm not going to necessarily break that down in this video. Basically, you have an 8-hour eating window period, and that's where you consume your food, and then there's a 16-hour period where you do not eat and you just drink water. You can drink black coffee, you can drink tea, non-sweetened. And I did like a tea detox, and I did the tea detox. So let me go grab the tea. These were the two tea detoxes that I did. I didn't really drink the colon tea. I did it a couple of times, but just because I work, it was kind of hard for me, and I work early, so 5 a.m. in the morning. It was hard for me to like drink that because that activates really early, right when you wake up. So you're supposed to drink it at night around, what did they say, like 3 hours before you go to bed or something like that. And in the morning, you'll have a nice, smooth, full bowel movement. And I was just like, I can't be doing that while I'm at work. Like, and you're supposed to drink it every other day. But this, I was drinking every day. And I bought the cup that came with it too. It has like a strainer. Let me just go get that too. So, comes with a strainer. This is what it looks like. It's double walled for insulation. Where's my strainer? There's usually a strainer that goes in here, and it basically just keeps the tea from just like going into your mouth. And honestly, a couple of times I forgot the strainer, and it was the worst feeling ever, because just wanting to drink it and then like getting a whole bunch of leaves in my mouth, I was like, this is not the deal. So I did the TV detox, and I was exercising like once or twice a week, and by that I was just doing Chloe Ting workouts, but I was not really consistent with them. And mid-August is when I kind of gave into keto, and I went full keto. And I was also doing Chloe Ting workouts, and I was doing Lauren Giraldo's 12-3-30, which is, you know, on the treadmill. It's a 12 incline, 3 speed, 30 minutes, just because I needed to start moving my body more. So I went from about 210 pounds in the beginning of August to 199 in the middle of August, and then I ended up August at 196. So that's how much I lost that month. Sorry, I kind of messed up the numbers here. Then I was still doing keto in September. I was still doing Chloe Ting workouts. I was going for walks more, moving my body more. And then I took a little break in mid-September for my birthday. And I was just like enjoying myself, because I was like, I'm not gonna like not enjoy my birthday. So I took like a week off. Naturally, I gained some of that weight back, but as soon as I jumped back into everything, I broke my stall actually, and I dropped down into like the 180s. So when I came back, I decided to start Hard 75. So by October 1st, I talked to my boyfriend, and I was like, yo, are you down to do this? This seems like a great idea. You know, we were both in a place of vulnerability and like wanting to change certain aspects of our lives. So we were like, let's do it. So at that point, I was 210, and then I got down to 195. So I consider that like 15 pounds. And 15 pounds, I'm not upset. It's still a great job. And I did Hard 75. I started doing Hard 75. And when I started doing Hard 75, I was still doing keto in the very beginning. And I realized that was not a good idea, because I didn't have enough carbs to burn in my body with all the exercise that was required of me. and while also working. So there's days where I was working a 12-hour shift and then doing 2 exercises on top of that, and I was like 25, 30 grams of carbs a day is unsafe, and I felt that within myself. So if you're gonna do something like 75 hard, or you're gonna do something like a diet change, definitely consult your doctor, a physician or a dietitian or a nutritionist, and just make sure that you're doing things that are right for your body. I have, like I said, I've been on this journey of exercising, doing right, dieting for a really long time. So I did what felt right for my body. So October 1st, we started Hard 75. 3 weeks in to Hard 75, I had lost another 7 pounds. And then it was like 7 to 10 pounds. 75 hard, you guys, if you're wondering about it, you can watch my other video about 75 hard. It's gonna be, I can link it down below. That's what I was doing in October. And like I said, I stopped doing keto and I started doing low carb. Rest of that 15 pounds, which was lost during 75 hard, was walking every day. One of the workouts for 75 hard has to be outside, so I always walk in the mornings or in the afternoons, but definitely walk once a day. And honestly, I feel like walking has made such a crazy difference for my weight loss journey. Like, I didn't realize how much even just walking twice a day would benefit me, because some days I did not feel like doing 2 hardcore workouts, to be frank with you. So I was walking, I was doing Chloe Ting, and I was doing yoga workouts. And all 3 of those things have gotten me to a total of 30-pound weight loss. And just being balanced in my diet, and not necessarily being so hardcore about intermittent fasting, but naturally just not waking up and thinking about food first thing in the morning, and checking in with my intuition, checking in with my body, and seeing how I feel. Are you hungry right now? And if I was hungry, then I'd eat. And if I'm not hungry, then I don't eat. And maybe I'll just have a coffee until I'm ready to like put food in my body. So, but finding alternatives definitely helps out a lot. When I say alternatives, I mean like low carb bread. I found Chompy's low carb bread is my favorite low carb bread. They have like a cinnamon raisin bread, and it's so bomb. And they have just like a regular multi-grain bread, but that's like the bread that I use, and I'll probably stick to that. And for my sweeteners, like monk fruit sweetener, Lakanto has a really good monk fruit sweetener that doesn't really have that big of an aftertaste. Sugar-free creamers for my coffee. You know, I wasn't eating chips. I wasn't eating like all the snackies that I love to snack on. I was finding better alternatives, like salt and vinegar almonds. Those are so good. So if you love like salt and vinegar chips, so I would eat those. Finding low carb yogurts, just finding alternatives. And I decided that I called it a love style change because I'm changing the way that I love my body. So finding alternatives for the foods that you still want to eat, because the alternatives are out there. They just take you putting the effort in, and they take you just maybe being a little creative, tweaking it, finding different ways to make things taste better. My taste buds have changed, and when you start on a weight loss journey and you start to eat different foods, your taste buds will naturally change. So you may not like something in the beginning, but low-key, if you keep trying it, you tweak the recipe, you try this, you try that, you will start to maybe like it. And you're like, why do I like this? Oh, because I kind of need to. But it just works out. Honestly, just doing my research to find alternatives and reading reviews and seeing how other people tasted and thought these products were, that's what you basically kind of have to do when you're making a lifestyle change. If you want to make a change, you can't keep doing the same things that you've already done, because you'll always end up where you were and where you've been. So I was like, let's just do this. Let's just commit to it and commit to myself and show up for myself. And that's what this weight loss journey has been. So if you're someone that's kind of going through that, comment down below, because I understand that it is a hard journey and I'm still on it. I decided that I needed to make a love style change in my life, and by making that love style change and changing the foods that I was, keeping in my home, and changing the habits that I had around exercise and moving my body, like all of that changed my lifestyle, and just being more grateful and trying to just be grateful for the body that I have, because I only have this one body in my life. So why not make sure that I nourish it and treat it the way that it needs to be treated, and that it feels the way it needs to be treated. There's some days where, in 175 is hard is over, if there's a day where I'm like, honestly, I just feel like some really bomb Thai food, I will eat the bomb Thai food. Or if I'm like, I really just want some pasta, I'm gonna eat the pasta, but I'm also going to not overeat it, and I'm also not going to feel bad about eating it. I'm just going to, you know, kind of listen to what my body is feeling like, and not just go through the motions and be so caught up with my everyday life and my everyday schedule, because that's not fair. My body deserves better, my mind deserves better, my spirit deserves better. So I just realized that I needed to make these changes for myself, and that was how I lost 30 pounds. So that's it. And if you guys have any questions, or if you guys ever want to talk about, you know, this journey, let's, like I said, start a family in the comment section. Or if anything was unclear, please let me know. But other than that, I love you all. Thank you guys for being supportive and just watching my videos. I'm grateful for you guys watching this video and clicking on this video, and I hope it helps someone. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful rest of your day. You guys remember that you are loved, that you are whole, that you are enough, that you have everything that you need inside of you already. And stay tuned for more videos. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Mwah.